Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Pooja Dwivedi. Today we are going to start the Cutie Pie series. These are small topics, chotu topics which are going to give you amazing marks because these are traditional topics. You can get questions from these and also you can score very well if you follow the instructions that I'm going to tell about. Now, if you are new to the channel, make sure that you're a subscriber to my Telegram channel so that you can get all the PDFs that I use here for the sessions. Other than this, I have an Instagram channel because of course why not, and then I have a useless threads channel. If you want to follow me there, that's okay, but of course do follow me on these two. I regularly do the answer writing sessions as well. Now if you're a veteran, this is something that you will be able to do. The Indian Constitution borrowed the preamble from which of the following countries? USA, France, USSR, or Japan? Now what? This is such an easy question. See, this is the assembly of the forefathers of the United States of America. They all were chilling in 1787. They wrote a particular constitution which was ratified in the following year, that is 1788, and in 1789 it became operational, one of the most important constitutions in the history of democracies. And of course, this person by the name of James Madison, he is considered to be the father of the USA Constitution. This is something new. You must learn it as well. Now, moving ahead, the correct answer will be, of course, option A, the USA. Next, we see this is the preamble. We all know that the American Constitution actually wants to tell us that it is a federal makeup. That means the 50 states of the USA, they have come together. That is why they are known as the United States of America. They have come together to form a federal grouping, and we know that it is actually a bond which has been made among these 50 states. That is why we, the people of the states of New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, etc., it's all written over here. Something like that only we have acquired in our preamble. Next, in the preamble of India, how many types of liberty is or are mentioned? 2, 5, 4 and 3. Yes, this does seem like something which has escaped your mind. आपको लगा ही नहीं होगा कि ऐसा भी कुछ पूछा जा सकता है. But we know that UPSC and other state pieces, they are capable of everything. Liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship. So the preamble promises us that we are liberal in our thoughts, in our expressions, whatever we want to believe in, faith and worship. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 types of liberty which has been mentioned in the Indian Constitution. And then we have others as well. For example, justice. There are 3 types of justice. So socially, that means social justice, economically, economic justice, and political justice. Equality is of status and of opportunity. That means 2 types of equality. And of course, fraternity, that means brotherhood must be prevalent in all the Indian citizens. All right. So here the correct answer will be option B, that is 5. Other than this, you also must learn that what is written in the preamble. First of all, we have written, we the people of India, we have solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. The word secular and socialist, these two words were added by the 42nd Amendment Act of the Indian Constitution back in the year 1976. So you have to remember this because these are very important yet very easy facts. Other than this, sometimes it could also be asked that what is the chronology of these words? What is the arrangement of these words? So first is sovereign, then socialist, secular, democratic and republic. Believe me, it is going to help you. Other than this, we have also mentioned on which date we have adopted the Constitution, on the 26th day of November 1949. All right, let's move ahead. Who among the following describe the preamble of the Indian Constitution as a political horoscope of the Constitution? So it's Rajendra Prasad, K. Munshi, N.A. Palkhiwala, or none of the above. The correct answer will be K.M. Munshi. He was the one who said that the preamble of the Indian Constitution is actually the horoscope of the entire Constitution, a political horoscope, that too. So the correct answer is K.M. Munshi. Other than this, we have other very important, we can say, quotings about the preamble. For example, N.A. Palkhiwala called it the identity card of the Constitution. The preamble to our Constitution expresses what we had thought or dreamt so long ago. And that was said by Sir Aladi Krishnaswamy Iyer. He was also a member of the drafting committee. Thereafter, the horoscope, again, it is the soul of the constitution, it is the key to the constitution, jewel set in the constitution, a proper yardstick with which we can measure the worth of the constitution. Pandit Thakur Das Bhargava. Thereafter, keynote of the constitution, it was touted by Sir Ernest Parker. Okay, and thereafter, former Chief Justice of India has also said preamble is the soul of our constitution, which lays down the pattern of our political society. It contains a solemn resolve which nothing but a revolution only can alter. However, he meant that this resolve is actually for the constitution, not the preamble. Preamble can be altered, of course. Now, let's talk about this question. Consider the following statements. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru introduced the objective resolution on December 13, 1946, which eventually took the shape of the preamble of the Indian Constitution. The preamble is not enforceable in the court, thus has no legal effect independently of other parts. Now, we have to see how many of the statements, which of the statements given above is or are correct. Yes, it was the objective resolution that was adopted later on by the Constituent Assembly as its preamble. And the date has been mentioned again, which is correct. All right. And the preamble is, of course, not at all enforceable in the court. That means if the preamble has been confronted or it has been trespassed, one cannot go to the court and say the preamble has been trespassed because it has no legal effect. Other, the basic structure prevails here as well. In 1973, during the Kesavananda Bharti case, it was touted that no other things can be done to alter the basic structure of the Indian Constitution. So, if anything that has been actually given in our Constitution and it is basic in nature, if we change that, the entire identity of the nation could change. We cannot alter that. But we cannot say that once you have promised us liberty, so those five kind of liberties must be there. Of course, they are given in the preamble, but due to reasonable objections, they can be taken away as well. So first is correct, second is also correct. We had to select both. We had to select the correct answer. So both one and two are correct. Now, if we talk about objective resolution, that there are many things that are said in that India will be an independent sovereign republic. That means India will be independent and without any supervising power. It will be its own power and a republic. Thereafter, it will be a democratic country because we knew how it was to be a slave under dictators. We will ensure citizens of justice, equality and freedom, safeguarding the interest of minorities as well as tribes and the depressed classes. Okay. Thereafter, it will work for the world peace and welfare of mankind. This was also said. Moving ahead. Now, with respect to preamble, choose the incorrect statement. We have to choose the incorrect statement. It is not enforceable. It is an integral part of the Indian Constitution. The preamble has been amended only once. It was adopted before the drafting of the Constitution. The first one is definitely correct. It's not enforceable. It is an integral part of the Indian Constitution as put out in many cases. We are going to talk about that as well. And the preamble has been amended as of yet only once. That was in 1976 by the 42nd Constitution Amendment Act. Thereafter, it was adopted before the drafting. No, it was actually adopted after the drafting of the entire Constitution. So that ये conformity में रहे कि confirm कर रहे हैं सारे principles को नहीं. It must be in conformity of all the important things that were mentioned in the Constitution. So incorrect one we had to choose. Last one is incorrect. Now next is, in which case the Supreme Court specifically opined that preamble is not a part of the Constitution. Berubari Union case, Kesavananda Bharti case, both A and B or none of the above. It was the Berubari Union case in which it was specifically mentioned by the Supreme Court that the preamble is not an integral part. However, in the Kesavananda Bharti case and in the LIC case, it was specifically said that it is an integral and a very important part of the Indian Constitution. So Berubari is a region over here in Assam. Let's move ahead and talk about the next one. Which of the following terms was not included in the Union of Trinity by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar in his conclusion concluding speech in the Constituent Assembly? It was liberty, flexibility, equality, or fraternity. That means there is a trinity of certain things that are mentioned in the Constitution of India. If we are going to promise it and achieve it, India will be a land of the ideals. So it's liberty, equality, and fraternity. These three are actually a part of the union of trinity. But when it comes to flexibility, this is not. So B is going to be the correct answer. Now, what is the meaning of equality in the Indian Constitution? The Article 14 of the Indian Constitution, which is a fundamental right, also promises us that lack of opportunities, lack of equality, absence of special privileges to any sections of the society, and provisions of adequate opportunities for all individuals without any discrimination, or none of the above. The correct answer to this question is option C. All right. Thereafter, what does the term secular mean? क्या इसका क्या मतलब है? बहुत ही easy question है ये. All religions are equal in the eyes of the government, and the state doesn't uphold any particular religion as its official religion. Special importance to a religion is related to minority. One religion is promoted by the government. ये तो theocratic हो जाएगा. तो यहाँ पे ऑप्शन सी तो कहीं से भी सही नहीं है, और नन ऑफ द फॉलोइंग. हमारे इंडिया में पॉजिटिव सेक्युलरिज्म है, यानी कि जितने भी धर्म है हमारे देश में, विच एवर रिलीजन्स वी हैव इन आवर कंट्री, वी सपोर्ट ऑल ऑफ देम. सो ऑल रिलीजन्स आर इक्वल इन द आईज ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट, एंड स्टेट डजंट अपहोल्ड एनी पर्टिकुलर रिलीजन. एंड अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट यू मस्ट अंडरस्टैंड दिस एज वेल. जहाँ पे स्टेट और चर्च अलग होता है, जैसे कि यूएसए, वहां पे नेगेटिव कॉनिटेशन माना जाता है. ठीक है. इसके अलावा जो लास्ट क्वेश्चन है हमारा आज का, द करेक्ट सीक्वेंस ऑफ द फॉलोइंग वर्ड, मैंने कहा था उसको ध्यान से देख लेना. ठीक है. तो इसमें क्या है? सॉवरेन डेमोक्रेटिक सोशलिस्ट सेक्युलर रिपब्लिक, सॉवरेन सोशलिस्ट सेक्युलर डेमोक्रेटिक रिपब्लिक, सॉवरेन सोशलिस्ट डेमोक्रेटिक सेक्युलर रिपब्लिक. ये दो बार रिपीट हो गया है क्या? नहीं. ठीक है. एंड देयर आफ्टर नन ऑफ दीज. द करेक्ट आंसर टू दिस क्वेश्चन विल बी सॉवरेन सोशलिस्ट सेक्युलर डेमोक्रेटिक रिपब्लिक. मैंने बताया था ना, ऐसे ही हमारा क्रोनोलॉजी चल रहा था. देखिए इसमें लिखा है Sovereign Socialist Secular Democratic Republic. Alright, so I hope you found this segment well, and I hope you also enjoyed it. I did. So thank you so much everyone. Make sure that you're a subscriber. Bye bye. Take care.